Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and welcome to another edition of What's in the Bag, Jay? Now, this is the segment that I have 6 films from my collection that I have not yet watched, and I basically write their titles on a piece of paper, throw them in the bag, and draw one at random, watch it, and give you a quick review. Now, it's very important that you guys vote for your favorite so that it can come back next week. And speaking of, the ones returning are Wrestle Massacre, which probably had about 6 or 7 votes. This one got a lot of votes. The Killing of a Sacred Deer, which got 3 votes. And Left in Darkness, which also got 3 votes. Now, also in today's drawing are From the Grave. Not sure, don't really know much about it. Looks pretty cool. Gag, which looks kind of fun. And last but certainly not least, Flight of the Living Dead, unrated. Outbreak on a Plane. That sounds like fun. I've been wanting to see that one for a while. Now just remember, while I throw these pieces of paper in there, to vote for your favorite. If you have 2 favorites, vote for 2 favorites. If you like 3 of them, vote for 3 of them. But 3 or more votes for a particular film gets a put in next week's drawing. Now the papers are in the bag. I give the bag a good tussle. Put my hand in the bag, stir it around a little bit. And this week's winner is From the Grave. Now I'm going to watch From the Grave and come back with a short review for you guys. So, later. I am back. I just watched From the Grave, and here are my thoughts. Now, From the Grave is a 2002 film which runs approximately 80 minutes and is written and directed by Charles Buchanan. Now, the only other thing I could find on him was he was part of the sound department on a movie called Making Mr. Right. Don't really know anything about that one. Now, this has an alternate title called Until Death. This is a British film which stars Clemency Burton Hill as Emma, Jamie Bauer as Martin, and Giuri Sarasi as Jonathan. Now a brief synopsis. Emma, Martin, and Jonathan are childhood friends, and you kind of find that out through flashbacks. This movie moves back and forth quite a few times in order to tell the story, and I'll admit it's a little bit confusing. Sometimes you're not sure what time period you're in, which, eventually I got, so it's not really a problem, but I don't know. I just thought it was kind of confusing, somewhat. So they're childhood friends. As they grow up, Emma and Martin get married, but Jonathan always has feelings for her. Martin turns out not to be the type of person that she would want to marry, although I don't understand how that could be, since you knew this person all your life. And, yeah. But he cheats on her, he's very abusive. And, yeah, that's basically the gist of it. Now, she ends up she moves away and is going to get a divorce from her childhood friend Martin when she kind of hooks up with Jonathan again. And they fall in love. And from there, the former husband Martin flies basically into a jealous rage, and That's pretty much all I can say. Um, did I like this film? It was okay. I'm going to give it a 6. It has very decent acting. It was shot competently, but it played out very much like a Lifetime movie. There was hardly any kills in it, if maybe just one kill, I think. Um, and there was a certain supernatural aspect which didn't really get off the ground very well. Um, yeah, actually, I was watching this with my wife. She just happened to be in the room and she was watching it, and even she agreed this plays out very much like a Lifetime movie. I don't fault the actors in this because I don't feel it was their fault. The acting was okay. It was decent, but there was way too much in this film. I basically just skimmed the top. There is a twist ending, and a twist ending on top of that. So I felt like they tried to force too much in this film. And as I said before, this movie um, basically jumps around a lot, which doesn't really bother me in films. My wife doesn't like it, but it doesn't really bother me. The problem with it is there was no flow to it. So at times you found yourself asking, well, what time period am I in? Did this happen yet? Did that happen yet? As the movie's trying to explain itself. Do I recommend this? Um, First and foremost, I think of the horror fans, because that's a majority of what watch my channel. I cannot recommend this to horror fans. I don't think you'll like it. It has a couple mildly creepy scenes, nothing really major. Um, like I said, barely any blood, hardly any kills. It is acted decently, it is shot well, and I think they had a good idea that they could have played out a little bit better. But overall, not really a recommendation. I give it a 6 based on the acting and the directing, or um, the shots and everything. The writing was pretty bad, which it was also written by the director, so it just felt very forced to me. But yeah, that's it. A 6. That's my score, and I'm sticking to it. And I think that's actually kind of generous for what it was. Will I watch this again? Probably not. But and if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time.